Welcome everyone to today's Ninja Skill Booster, Cut the Christmas Overwhelm. It's an absolute pleasure to have so many people joining us this morning. For those of you that haven't met me before, my name is Matt or Ninja Matt. It's a pleasure to have you all here with us today. There's a lot of work we're going to do in these 30 minutes. Make sure you've got a pen and some paper. I'm going to give you the opportunity to do some thinking and some work this morning. Before we start, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the lands that we're all coming from today. Some of you have been sharing that in the chat. Thank you for that. Please feel free to keep those messages coming. I'm coming from Guringai country, the northern beaches of Sydney, and would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians here and pay respect to their culture, to their elders, past, present, and emerging. And I always like to think about the storytelling, the building of culture, the training that's been done on all these lands for tens of thousands of years. And we're continuing that tradition today in a different kind of way. So welcome everyone. Cutting the Christmas Overwhelm. Let's talk about how to do this. Got some great activities for this morning and some great thoughts. The first thing I want to say is it's an overwhelming time of year. So many people are telling me how they're feeling at the end of their tether. They're feeling overwhelmed. They're feeling stressed. It's a hat morning. Yes. Thanks, Rachel. So many people are feeling overwhelmed. So if that's you as well, practice some self-care, some self-love. That'll be like our final tip for today, is like just to look after ourselves, know that we're human. But let's get into today's content. Winners, winners, winners. We announced the winners from October. The winners from November are also on the screen here. They've all been emailed now. I got a bit behind on the emailing of that. I'll share why in a sec. But all the winners have now been notified. We love our giveaways. So for those of you that haven't met me, my name is Ninja Matt, or Matt. I'm the founder of Think Productive Australia. I'll tell you more about the business shortly. I am going to tell a little bit about the business this morning because we do have a lot of new people joining us today, which is fantastic. So here are my contact details. You will get follow-up resources from me anyway. Now, many of you know Ninja Julie. Some happy and some sad news. Ninja Julie has retired. She has had some health news which she needs to do some work on, and she's been through that before, so she's feeling quite confident about that. But she just thought that's an opportunity to hang up her ninja cape and go into retirement. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to give Julie a big thank you for everything she's done for the business. If you'd like to send a message to Julie, pop it in the chat now, and I'm going to copy all that out of the chat and email it to her. So let's just take 30 seconds. If everyone wants to say something to Julie in the chat, she's been a ninja for 8 years and has done so much for this business. She's a very good friend of mine as well. So I miss her. That's one of the reasons why I was slow in announcing getting in touch with all the prize winners, because there's been a bit on my plate with Ninja Julie retiring. So yeah, pop those messages in the chat. I promise I will send them to her. And if you want to connect with Julie, you can connect with her on LinkedIn. I'm going to put her LinkedIn URL in the chat here. So you're very welcome to connect with her on LinkedIn. She's now going to be following her passions of photography, scuba diving, and maybe a little bit of coaching here and there, but she's officially not working. She's gone into retirement. So there we go. Pop those messages in there for Julie, and not just another opportunity to say a very big thank you there. So keep those messages coming. I'll move on for the new people here who don't know Julie. I just want to tell a little bit about our business. So Think Productive is a global business. We are all around the world with offices everywhere. We were started in the UK by Graham Alcott, who wrote this Productivity Ninja book. And we were started in Australia by me back in 2014. When I read this book and loved it so much, I contacted Graham and with his support started the business here in Australia and New Zealand. I have a team of trainers that work with me here and we love what we do. I'm going to tell you more about that shortly. We are creating a work revolution where everyone loves Mondays. This is my passion as well as our business mission. I want to help you love your work. I want to help you get more enjoyment out of your work. Today, we're going to support you with the overwhelm of Christmas, but these tools are useful at any time. So how do we do this? We have a whole range of things we do. We do in-house workshops for our clients where we go into clients and run workshops, virtually or face-to-face. We do keynotes in-house when those clients are having big meetings, off-sites, things like that. We do in-house coaching. So we can come in, do one-on-one coaching or small group coaching. We do conference keynotes and workshops, and we do public workshops that you can buy tickets to, and they're all on our website as well. The public workshops are designed so individuals can sign up and join our workshops, and it doesn't have to be something run by your business. So you can just buy single tickets for that. That's all the stuff we make our income from. But then we do a whole lot of free stuff. As you know, we do these Ninja Skill Boosters. This is one of them. You're here today. We do blogs, we do newsletters, we appear on media, we do articles. So we do a lot of free stuff to give love and give support and spread the word of everything we're trying to do. And we send good vibes. I needed to balance the slide there. We send good vibes to everyone in a way of helping you with your work, helping you with your life as much as we possibly can. So there's a lot we do. It's all on the website. You can check it all out there. Now, we've also just excitingly, we've just launched our new brochure for 2026. So that's also available on the website. If you go to our home screen on the website, you can download it there. This brochure gives you more information about the business and a nice, like, simple list across 3 pages of all the different workshops and things we offer. We're moving a lot more into the leadership space these days as well, and teamwork, team spirit, engagement. So there's so much there. So you can visit the website and download that there. The website, I will put that in the chat for you now. So that's just a bit of background to the business. We don't always do this in these Ninja Skill Boosters, but a lot of people joining us today. So please feel free to get in touch if you have any questions about any of that, and we can help you. We can help. That's what we're here for. So today, we're going to look at some of our productivity ninja characteristics, harnessing those and shining. Let's do some work today. Let's put this into practice. Planning for 2026 and also preparing and planning for a restful break. That takes a bit of thinking ahead, a bit of boss thinking in advance. Now, there is a cheat sheet for today. I'll put the link in the chat for you at the end. You don't need it right now. Just use a pen and paper for now. But this is a lovely summary of today's workshop as well, this cheat sheet, 1-page PDF that's available for you. Actually, here's the link to that now, just in case I forget. But you don't need to print it out or anything for this session. Just wanted to give you that now. So when we look at our 9 ninjas, which many of you have seen in our ninja workshops before, today we're going to just focus on drilling into 3 of these: Zen Like Calm, mindfulness, and preparedness. I think someone just had a raised hand there. If you've got a comment or a question for me, pop it in the chat. I can see the chat here, so that's the best way to communicate with me if you've got anything to ask or share. So today we're focusing on these 3 ninjas. We're looking at, how will I get everything done? It is an overwhelming time of year. There's a lot to think about. The first thing, pause, breathe, and do some boss thinking. Boss thinking is taking that time to pause and plan. Set the goals, set the tasks, plan ahead before we flick into what we call worker mode and actually do the work. So to get to this point, there's a bit to do. First thing we need to do is clear our head. If we've got a lot of things stuck in our head, which a lot of us probably do, if you relate to this, can you just put yes in the chat for me, please? I often ask people to put things in the chat because it just shares the energy here. There's Catherine, first on the keys again. Thanks, Catherine. So relate. Yes, yes, yes. This pic is literally my selfie today. All right. So if this is you, the first thing to do is do a brain dump. Get it all out of the head. Middle of the night, Kristen. Yeah. Covering the neck. Get it out of your head. So let's do this brain dump now. When you look at the cheat sheet, you'll see at the top, it's got do a brain dump, and it's got work and home, because this brain dump can cover 2 different parts of our life. So get a piece of paper, maybe put a line down the middle, When we do the brain dump, we don't always want to try and add too much structure. We just want the thoughts to flow. So for the next 3 minutes, let it flow. For the next 3 minutes, just start getting everything out of your brain. And I'm going to stop talking. I will pop back in and remind you a little bit as we go. But let's go. 3 minutes. Go. That's 1 minute down. Keep going. Just think, what else is there? What do I need to do for Christmas? What else do I need to do so I can wrap up work? Write as big a list as you possibly can. I saw Rachel say that 1 page is optimistic. So use more than 1 page if you need to. Okay, 1 minute to go. So let it flow. Just think what else. Get as detailed as you like. This is just a dump. You will add some structure to this later. This clears the brain. So keep going. Another 30 seconds or so. All righty. So a word of warning that can lead to, that can make you feel more overwhelmed. If you're feeling more overwhelmed after that, I'm sorry, but it's part of the process. It's part of reality. Please put in the chat how you feel after doing that exercise. You might only be halfway through it, but I'd love to just get a bit of feedback from you all on how that feels now that you've at least got it out of your head, knowing that that's just the start. And it's normally I feel good, but there are often some people that now feel overwhelmed. Yeah, Alison, I understand. That's a normal reaction as well. And Felicity, yeah. And other people are saying, I'm feeling better. I'm relieved. At least it's a start. Yeah. Need another 3 months. Okay. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, that's okay because there was a lot of information in there. You're going to have an opportunity to add more structure to that and do the prioritizing now. We're not going to do that in the session because that takes a lot of time, but you can now choose from that list. It's good to just think of that list as like a menu. You now get to choose. What are you going to do? And that's where the boss thinking comes into it. All right. So shake that off. that exercise. You can finish that later if you want to. But this brain dump idea is a great way to just start to clear our brain. What we do next is boss thinking. Now, for boss thinking, this is a process of going through those tasks and deciding what's important, what's not important, what do I need to do, by when. Now, we have a daily checklist. This daily checklist helps us with boss thinking at the start of the day. One of the key things with this daily checklist is setting 5 priorities for the day. So with that brain dump, you can now look at that and think, what are my 5 priorities from there for today? And just choose the 5 big things. Use the checklist. Use this checklist so you can focus on the big things, so you can identify the big things. Focus on the 20%. That will make a big difference. And also realize there's going to be things that you won't get done. There's going to be things that you can't do or won't do or decide not to do, okay? Now, this checklist is also available on our website. This is part of our Way of the Productivity Ninja workshop for those of you that have done that. But if you'd like just a JPEG of that checklist, there's a link. You can click on that. I'm giving you that today. You can download that from the website. This is a beautiful way to start the day. One thing here, it refers to going dark. Going dark is ninja stealth and camouflage, which is when in the day am I going to shut down all my distractions so I can totally focus. All right, let's move on. So you've got that list now. Just put that to the side. If you were overwhelmed, shake it off, take a few deep breaths. We want to start preparing now for the break. We want to get a couple of things done. So let's set up our out of office now. So I'm just going to give you a minute. Go into your Outlook or into your Gmail settings. Set that out of office already so that it's already done. Put the start date, put the end date, and just set that now with a little message. I'm on leave. I'll just give you a minute to do that now. So we're locked in for the holidays. We're ready. We've got that out of office ready to go. Another 30 seconds. So you've got time to do this. You've got time to get in there and get that out of office ready. This is sending a signal to our brain that you've hopefully got a break coming up. I'm assuming you've got some break coming up. It's sending the signal to your brain that that's coming. There's going to be time to shut down. All right. So you've got that locked in now. You're ready to go. Thanks, Haley. Awesome idea. You're ready to go. You've got that holiday plan. If you need a bit more time to craft the message and everything, you'll come back to that. It's on the checklist. It's on the one pager that you'll be getting, so you won't forget. The thing to do now as well, yes, we've got to think about the lead up to Christmas, but let's start getting some of this ninja preparedness happening for January. So use some boss thinking now to plan your return in January. So open up your calendar. I promised we'd be doing a bit of work today. Open up your calendar for January now and look at maybe your first week back at work and think, do I need to put a couple of meetings in there to catch up with the team? Do you want to block out some focus time in January, particularly in that first week? Block out some focus time so you can catch up. So go in there now, have a look at January, see what you can plan or see what you can remove from your calendar if it's not relevant anymore. So 2 minutes to just do a bit of calendar planning for January. If you want to have a look at the next 2 weeks as well in December, feel free. See if there's anything you can delete. That's particularly what we want to be looking for at this time of year. So a bit of calendar planning now. 2 minutes, go. So in January, see if you can block out some focus time each day, particularly in that first week, so you get some time to regroup. So the first couple of weeks don't get taken over by other people. Maybe put at the start of the day, maybe 2026 is time for a fresh start. Maybe put a recurring appointment at the start of the day, each day, that says daily checklist, ninja daily checklist. So you remember to come back and look through that checklist. We go through that in detail in our ninja workshops, but it's pretty straightforward. So put daily checklist at the start of each day. And those of you that have done the ninja training, put a weekly review in there as well, once a week, if you haven't already got that in there. Block out an hour for that weekly review that we've all talked about in the ninja training many, many, many times. All right, another 30 seconds just to do a little bit of calendar planning. All right, and I know some of you are thinking, but what about that brain dump? What about that big list? It's there for you to come back to after the session today. It's there for you to come back to and use as a menu, just as a reminder, because you might be thinking, but I've still got this big list of things to do. Well, we're not doing that in today's session because we don't have time, okay? But that's there for you. Come back to that at the end of the session today. Just put that to the side for now. So that's tip number 4. We've started planning January now. So even when we're on leave, we have that break, whether you've got 3 days or 2 weeks. You know, when you come back to in January, you've already got a plan. You've got some time blocked in there. You might have some catch-up meetings with the team. Hopefully the daily checklist is in there and the weekly review. Now, if you're rushing, if there's so much to do before the Christmas break, if there's so much to do before you get to shut down, we need to slow down. Trying to go faster and faster and faster won't work. So don't forget to take some time to breathe. So we're going to do this together now. Let's practice this together. So this is about a 20-second breathing exercise. So just put everything out of your hands, stop everything you're doing, look at the screen. This is a lovely little animated slide created by the beautiful Ninja Julie, and follow the dot. Follow the dot. Okay, so breathing in. All right. Oh, how does that feel? That was 30 seconds long. Pop it in the chat. How does that feel after just taking some breaths? That was a little bit fast for my breathing rhythm, but it was still good. It still got me pausing and breathing. Look at that. Great, great. Energized. Awesome. Such a good reset. 30 seconds of breathing. I feel more relaxed. So let that relaxation sink into your body. Reset. Oh, good on you, Belinda. I do this several times a day. So just know that in 30 seconds, you can do so much to benefit your overwhelm and your stress. So that's a key tip from today. If everything else is getting overwhelming, just pause and breathe. Now, the final activity I'd like you to do, we're only going to do this for 1 minute. Write down a few things that would make it a restful, recharging break for you. What in your break are you going to commit to doing that makes it a restful break for you? Some activities or some reminders. Just a minute, jot down some thoughts there. How to make your break matter. Maybe some rules or some boundaries, if you like that word, or some intentions. Go. Yeah, feel free to put it in the chat. Thanks, Mary. Just write it down for yourself as well. Thanks, Katie. I love you putting it in the chat. Great, because we can steal off each other. Thank you. Yeah, pop that in the chat. What's one of your things? Reading a book, an actual physical book. Yes, get off the screens. A social media free day. I love it. Lots of surfing, less housework. Nice. Slow cups of tea with the sparrows. Oh, that sounds so good, Wendy. Media detox, walk on the beach. So many good things there. Phone free day. So it's good to have a plan. It's good to plan this in advance. Maybe put that little list on the fridge when you get home, or if you are at home, stick that on the fridge. So when you're on your break, you get some reminders. I love setting an intention at the start of the day, the intention for the day. My intention for today, I've got it here, was to be present and intentional. Be present and intentional in everything I'm doing today. Decluttering. All right. I'm going to run out of time shortly. So good job. We've looked at those ninjas, Zen Like Calm, mindfulness, preparedness. We've started planning for January 26th. That was meant to say, sorry. We've started planning for January 26th. We've started preparing for a restful break. You've cleared your mind. You've got that daily checklist, the daily, you've got that brain dump there now. Use that as a menu to set your priorities. So I want to take this opportunity to just say a massive thank you to all of you for coming along today, coming along regularly to these Ninja Skill Boosters, because I know they make a difference and it really makes our work more meaningful to feel like we're making a difference. If there's anything we can do to support you personally or professionally, please get in touch. Wishing you a very Merry Christmas, a peaceful New Year from all of us here at Think Productive. We've got a giveaway today as well, so don't leave yet. We do have a giveaway, but I want to just once again, a very heartfelt thank you to all our clients this year and all of you who come along to these. So what's coming up? We're going to kick off when we're all ready again. Probably don't want to even think about this now, but when we're all ready again, we're going to get back together on January the 22nd for another one of these and kickstart 2026 like a ninja. So get back together. Thank you for all these beautiful comments in the chat, by the way. I'm going to take those in later, as Dr. Rick Hansen says, take in the good. So let's get back together for a Ninja Skill Booster on the 22nd of Jan. And we also have our first public workshop for the year, The Way of the Productivity Ninja, on the 4th of Feb. So you can find information about all these on our website. Stay in touch. I'm here to help. The whole team is here to help. Don't leave yet. I am going to do a giveaway, but I stopped the recording first for that one. Um, please, please, please reach out. Don't be strangers. We are building such a beautiful ninja community here in Australia and New Zealand and all around the world. So stay in touch and we're here to help. Ask us any questions that you like. Now, before I stop the recording, I've started to do this little thing where I do ask for Google reviews. You can see on the slide, for those of you that were here a couple of months ago, we wanted to get over 500 by the end of the year, and we got there. So if you'd like to leave us a Google review, this makes a big difference to our business. I've put the link in the chat there. If that's not hyperlinked, you can just copy and paste that link into your browser. I know it looks like a strange link, but it works. I tested it this morning. So yeah, we do love getting Google reviews. Thank you for that. I'm going to pause the recording and do our giveaway. Thank you for watching the recording.